Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the Tuesday, July 23rd, regular monthly board meeting to order. Would everyone please rise for the prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance?
Dear Heavenly Father, we call upon you this evening asking for your guidance in our decision-making. Give us the wisdom to make our judgments based on the best interest of this community and the children we serve. These things we ask in your name.
Amen. Ms. Lee Bowman, would you lead us in the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Ms. Voce.
Mr. Campbell?
Here.
Ms. Harris?
Here.
Ms. Jackson?
Here.
Ms. Bowman? Mr. Long is not with us. Ms. Lemoyne?
Here.
Ms. Dysart is not here tonight. Ms. Rodney?
Here.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Here.
Mr. Warner?
Here.
And Ms. White?
Thank you, Ms. Voce. Agenda item number 2 is communications update, and we have Ms. Sarah Feltz with us. Good evening.
Hi everyone, hope your summer's going okay so far. Good to see you. All right, so in front of you I have your communications update packet for the month of July. Inside of that you'll find some press releases that we've put out over the summer, as well as a cool little survey from our Goat in the Road students that participated in that playwright program that was put on by the Miro Foundation. They gave us feedback on the likelihood of them wanting and feeling comfortable writing another play. I thought that was a cool addition. And then at the back we've got some statistics from our social media pages and a little bulleted list of what you'll be seeing on Super News tonight, which is most of the stuff that's been going on over the summer. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce you to this summer's Super News. Thank you.
And now from the desk of the Superintendent's office, it's time for Super News.
Hello and welcome to Super News.
The show that shines the light on some of the good things happening in our district.
We'll kick things off during this steamy summer with a look back at our STEAM camp. The annual summer camp is held at the district's MoMA Center and Planetarium, and for 4 weeks, students ranging in grades 1 through 5 took part in a variety of experiments, experiences, and explorations.
Topics ranged from space travel and gravity to sea creatures and monsters. Hands-on learning, outdoor lessons, art projects, microscope labs, and daily showings of movies in the state-of-the-art planetarium theater space were all part of the fun.
Alicia Capstick, the science director of the facility and of STEAM Camp, said this year's program was a collaborative and enjoyable success. She was also quick to credit the teachers and assistants that really brought learning to life each day. It was really gratifying to see so many young people leave here with great memories, new friends, and a number of science-themed art projects they created each day.
The MoMA Center also hosted the Academic Games Camp this summer. Learners, elementary, and middle school players all spent the week practicing each of the games while learning a new one, linguistics, a language arts challenge that the kids really enjoyed.
Some of our high school players were also on hand, serving as mentors and team leaders for each of the groups. Brain power was on full display throughout the week, and we thank our teachers and volunteers for sharing their time and talents.
There was also another special camp taking place this year when we hosted the annual Crew of St. Bernard Summer Camp. This 2-week-long summer program for elementary school children was a lot of fun for our campers and included a number of activities and classes like cooking, art, performances, exercises, and games. There was even a petting zoo and some very special community helpers who truly made the camp a memorable one. Camp volunteers this year included Chalmette High students, former campers, and Chalmette High alumni from the Exceptional Athletes group.
Thanks to our dedicated team of teachers, paras, educators, nurses, social workers, speech pathologists, and staff members for bringing this fun, successful, and empowering camp to the kids of our community.
Thanks also to our wonderful community partners who share our vision of helping the children of St. Bernard. We can't thank you enough for all that you do.
And now we'll go from something really good to something really rotten, the amazing and hysterical play that took to the stage this summer. This musical comedy tells the tale of 2 brothers set out to write the world's first musical.
I am the will, I am the will, I am the name you want to see up on that bill. I am the swan of the Avon, the chosen one that God in heaven's found upon. And if you want to see perfection on any given day, you know what they say, when there's a will, there's a way. When there's a will, there's a way.
The show was a very funny mashup of 16th century Shakespeare and 21st century Broadway, when the Academy welcomed sold-out crowds to the Renaissance in this outrageous, crowd-pleasing musical farce.
Also taking place at the Cultural Arts Center this summer was its annual Summer Enrichment Program, which continues to grow each year. Created to give some of our younger students some art opportunities, the camp ran concurrently with the Academy.
Nearly 80 students took part in the 4 available programs that were offered, including art, keyboard, band, and chorus. They created artwork for the lobby, took part in choral and band performances, and played a concert in the piano lab that were all part of the experience. Thanks to our gifted teachers for their efforts and commitment to help foster our next generation of artists and performers.
To be or not to be.
And speaking of next generation, we would like to welcome all of our new teachers, both new to the district and new to the profession. We are happy to have you on board as we continue to strive to unlock the potential of every child, every day.
And before we go, we're going to take a quick look at another camp that took place recently, the Mitchell Robinson Basketball Camp, that this former Owl and current NBA player hosts for free each year.
WWL highlighted it recently. In addition to showcasing the hoops, the segment also featured the incredible bond between the former player and his coach, united by love and loss. It's a great tribute to both men, but more importantly, a reminder of the nobility of our profession, teaching in and out of the classroom, or in this case, the gym.
And finally, we'd like to send our love and best wishes to our dear friend and colleague, Mr. Wayne Warner, who continues to recover. He truly is an inspiration to all of us, and we wish him all the best.
Thanks to his positive example, and thanks to all of you for tuning in. And we'll see you next month when we head back to school for more Super News,
where we always let the
Super News roll.
Thank you so much, Ms. Feltz, for this fabulous episode and the whole team that put it together. This truly shines the spotlight on all of the robust summer programs that encompass academics, arts, athletics. And we want to thank all of the teachers and staff members that make these programs possible, and the community partners that invest time, money, resources into putting this together. So thank you all very much. Any questions for Ms. Feltz? Comments? All right, thank you, Ms. Felt.
Thank you.
Great job. All right, agenda item number 3 is the approval to incorporate the report of the General Committee meeting minutes of July 9th, 2024 into the minutes of the July 23rd, 2024 regular monthly meeting. We have a motion by Ms. Jackson, seconded by Ms. Lee Bowman. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, please cast your vote.
Let's see, motion passes 9-0.
Okay, thank you. Agenda item number 4, personnel items. And we have Ms. Pritchard with us this evening. We know you've been very busy staffing.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Yes, we'll be starting our new teacher orientation this Friday, so school is coming upon us quick. We've been very busy. You can see on your minutes any of the highlighted items or changes that have taken place since we last met. And just to let you know, we do have a good pool of qualified paras, custodians, and cafeteria workers, so we've been kind of building that pool. We are still looking for translators, interpreters, and I've gotten a few really interesting leads. And we are looking for certified ESL teachers who are bilingual. Right now, we're specifically wanting to fill in elementary, but we're looking for any of those. So, and of course, we need bus drivers, and we will start building we do have a good pool of substitute teachers, but we always want to add to those.
Okay.
Okay, and could I point out that on our personnel changes this month, and we know that Mr. Wayne Warner, the principal at Shellman High School, is going on medical leave at this point until he recovers from the injuries that he had. And in the interim, I'm pleased to announce that we're going to name Mr. Will Schneider as the acting principal of Chalmette High School at this time while Mr. Warner is on medical leave. Mr. Schneider has been a lifelong resident of St. Bernard Parish, went through our school system, graduated from Chalmette High School, came back. He taught biology with us for several years before he moved into the assistant principal position, and he's been the assistant principal there for about 10 years now, and we know that he will do an excellent job as the acting principal of Chalmette High School. So we want to congratulate him, and I know that he's going to be speaking with the staff as well, and Mr. Warner will be sending them a message as well. Okay.
Thank you for that update. Again, we want to thank Mr. Schneider for his leadership and service during this time, and wish Mr. Warner a very speedy recovery. He is in our continued thoughts and prayers.
Okay. Questions?
Great. Thank you, Ms. Pritchard. Okay, agenda item number 5 is the approval of the long-range strategic plan and action plan. There was a recommendation by the committee. I believe we have Ms. Lametta here this evening if there are any questions, but we did review this strategic plan at the committee meeting. Any questions for Ms. Lametta? Okay, if not, we'll entertain a motion at this time.
I'll make a motion that we adopt or approve the long range.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor by Ms. Jackson, seconded by Ms. Lee Bowman. Any further questions or comments? Seeing none, please cast your vote.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you. Agenda item number 5.2 is an approval of the results of bid tabulation for the 2024-2025 student athletic insurance. This was a recommendation by the committee. We have Mr. Fernandez with us this evening if there are any additional questions for him. And again, we did thoroughly discuss this at our committee meeting. Okay, if there are no questions for Mr. Fernandez, we can entertain a motion. Okay, we have a motion on the floor by Mr. Rodriguez, seconded by Ms. White. Any further questions or comments? Seeing none, please cast your vote.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you. Agenda item number 5.3 is the approval of the 2024-2025 transportation routes. There was a recommendation by the committee. And you do have your binders that we reviewed at the committee meeting. We have with us this evening Ms. Russo and also Ms. Brandy Tucker. So if there are any questions or comments, please let us know. Okay, we have a motion on the floor by Ms. Jackson, seconded by Ms. Lee Bowman. Any further questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, please cast your vote.
Motion passes 9-0.
And thank you, ladies, for being with us and for keeping all of our students safe on the road. Thanks to all the bus drivers. And as Ms. Pritchard stated, we are still hiring bus transportation workers. Thank you. Okay, agenda item number 5.4 is the adoption of the new school board policy, JGCF. There was a recommendation by the committee, and we have Mr. Morales with us this evening if anyone has any further questions. Okay, we have a motion by Ms. Jackson, seconded by Ms. White. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, please cast your vote.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you. And agenda item number 5.5 is the adoption of the 2023-2024 Louisiana Compliance Questionnaire. There was a recommendation by the committee. We have Mr. Fernandez with us this evening if anyone has any further questions.
I'll make a motion that we adopt the 2023-2024 Louisiana Compliance Questionnaire.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor by Ms. Jackson, seconded by Mr. Warner. Any further questions or comments? Seeing none, please cast your vote.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you. Okay, agenda item number 6, items to be placed on the next committee meeting agenda. And of course, you have time to do this before the next meeting. Ms. Harris?
I have a question. When will we see any changes to the student handbook based off of the laws that just came out? Will there be any changes?
There won't be any changes to the guide to student conduct. We have most of any changes incorporated in. If there is something that has to be in addition to, we will put out the addendum based upon the laws that came into effect. Okay?
Okay. All right. Anything else? Okay. All right. Agenda item number 7 is superintendent's notes.
Really, that we've been having an extremely busy summer. This month has been extremely busy in terms of in-services, professional development of our teachers and our leaders and our staff. We just completed an entire week of training last week for all of our administrators on the new educator rubric for the state and the leader rubric for the state, and all of our leadership teams from every school has completed their school improvement plans based upon the data that they currently have, and they are going to be presenting those to their staffs and the faculties as we open our school for in-service in the next couple of weeks. As Ms. Pritchard mentioned, our new teachers will be arriving Friday. They're going to their actual schools at which they'll be teaching and getting all of their materials and things together, and we'll go through a week-long training beginning Monday at our training center and getting them onboarded with all of our policies and procedures and introductory materials that we do have. Things are really heating up. We're doing training for instructional coaches. We're doing training for teacher leaders. All that is happening in this 2-week period. All of our teachers will report on Friday, August 2nd, for several days of training and in-service prior to the students coming. We will have our opening of school activity for all of our employees on Wednesday, August the 7th, and our students will show up for the first day of classes on Thursday, August the 8th. So you can see we've got a jam-packed schedule from now until the opening of school.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Voce, and we certainly want to wish a very happy beginning of the school year to all of our students and families and our teachers as they are busy doing their professional development and setting up their classrooms. So happy beginning of the school year. All right. Agenda item number 8 is adjournment. Do we have a motion to adjourn? We have a motion by Mr. Campbell, seconded by Mrs. Harris. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you and good night.